the history of Japanese geishas is filled with mystery and controversy. Emerging in the 18th century, geishas are known for their elegant dances and music. However, some view them not just as entertainers, but also as historically significant figures who provided sexual services. This debate continues to revolve around the role and cultural meaning of geishas. Modern geishas strive to preserve their traditional arts while confronting this complex past. Today, geishas remain a graceful and profound part of Japanese culture. The world of geishas is a puzzle filled with both traditional and modern elements. Have you ever thought that zombies could be real? According to a legend in Haiti, priests known as Bokor, who practice black magic, poison people to make them appear dead. These individuals are buried, then resurrected and turned into mindless slaves. The poison comes from the puffer fish, containing a substance called tetrodotoxin, which induces a death-like state. Even more intriguing, when these zombies are given salt, their consciousness returns, and they start to remember their past lives. This fascinating story is just one of the dark voodoo legends of Haiti. Göbeklitepe is known as the oldest temple complex that profoundly changes human history. It is believed to have been built around 12,000 years ago by hunter-gatherer communities long before the agricultural revolution. The discovery of Göbeklitepe shows that early humans did not just hunt, but also developed complex religious beliefs and social structures. The tall stone pillars and intricately carved figures reflect the intellectual depth of these communities. This enormous site challenges the information we find in history books. Göbeklitepe reveals that people came together in an organized manner even before the agricultural revolution, presenting itself as a secret that alters the course of history. The Moai statues on Easter Island are among the most fascinating structures in the world. Built by the Rapa Nui people between 1250 and 1500, these massive stone heads number around 900 and are placed in various locations across the island. Their purpose is to honor their ancestors. Each Moai is approximately 4 meters tall and weighs 14 tons. The largest statue, however, stands at 10 meters tall and weighs 82 tons. There are various theories about how these statues were transported. Some suggest that the statues were moved by being rocked back and forth, while others argue that they were transported by boats. The eyes of the Moai are made from white stones, and they are believed to represent the spirit of the island. Over time, the Rapa Nui people stopped constructing these statues due to environmental issues and wars.
A renowned spy and courtesan, Mata Hari is one of the most famous female symbols of espionage. During World War I, she gathered intelligence for both France and Germany. With her beauty and captivating dances, she attended high society parties, where she met influential figures and learned their secrets. Her skills in espionage and allure turned her into a legendary figure lost in the chaos of war. In 1917, she was arrested on charges of spying and sentenced to death. Her last words shocked the world: "I am not a spy." Mata Hari left behind a striking story marked by her sexuality and intelligence.
In Indonesia, the Toraja people honor their dead with a tradition that transcends the boundaries between life and death. Every 3 years, in a ritual called Maneni, they exhume their deceased, clean them, dress them in new clothes, and parade them around the village. This ancient ceremony not only honors the spirits of the dead, but also strengthens the bond between the living and their ancestors. For the Toraja, death is not an end, but the beginning of the soul's new journey. This mysterious and awe-inspiring ritual is considered one of the most extraordinary death customs in the world.
What was inside the Ark of the Covenant? The Ark of the Covenant is described in sacred texts as a holy chest that housed the Ten Commandments given by God to Moses. Made of acacia wood and covered in gold, the Ark was adorned with two angel figures. It is said to have contained not only the Ten Commandments tablets, but also Aaron's rod and a jar of manna. In Jewish belief, the Ark was considered a symbol of God's presence on earth, protecting the Israelites during their journey through the desert and later kept in the Temple of Jerusalem. Attila, leader of the Hunnic Empire in the 5th century, is believed to have amassed a vast fortune through his campaigns against both the Western and Eastern Roman empires. The treasures he acquired during his conquests were said to be immense, but after his death, these riches mysteriously disappeared. According to legend, when Attila died suddenly in 453, the Huns organized his funeral in utmost secrecy. He was buried in the bed of the Danube River in 3 coffins, one of gold, one of silver, and one of iron, symbolizing his power and wealth. The treasures were buried with him, and the workers who attended the burial were killed to ensure the location remained secret forever. As a result, Attila's treasure is considered one of the greatest lost treasures in history, and legends persist that it may one day be discovered. However, to this day, it has never been found. Why didn't Hitler go up the Eiffel Tower? Hitler invaded Paris in 1940, but did not go up the Eiffel Tower. This was because French resistance fighters had sabotaged the elevators. Hitler and his team would have to use the stairs, but he refused to do so. His visit was brief. He toured the Opera Garnier and Napoleon's tomb. After this event, the phrase, "I conquered France, but I could not occupy the Eiffel Tower," began to circulate. This expression symbolically conveys that despite Hitler's control over Paris, he could not conquer the iconic Eiffel Tower. However, this saying is considered a rumor without concrete evidence. The first and only female pope in history, Pope Joan. According to the 9th century legend of Pope Joan, Joan disguised herself as a man, joined the church, and was eventually elected pope. During a ceremony, it was revealed that she was pregnant, and she died while giving birth. The church was deeply embarrassed by this event, and as a result, gender tests were reportedly introduced to ensure future popes were male. Historians believe this story to be a myth, with no historical evidence to support it, though it remained popular throughout the Middle Ages.